anything else in between, because we, you, me, everybody else, including the security, whatever, are all the voice of metal. I'm sure a lot of them enjoy it just as much as the people that actually go to the concerts itself. It's hard to say. Depends on the person, I guess. But I'm sure that quite a few of some of the people that go, of course, love the metal music. Anyway, if wait, I'm coming on the wrong track here. So welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking today about the 20 tracks that are pure industrial grade armor plated chaos. That's part of our list tonight. It's kind of a themed on loosely on a certain, I figured, not comic book, a video game persona to a point, but we're not going to name any names, but maybe you'll figure it out. Because, yeah, just in case we don't want to get in trouble for saying it. Just like sometimes with the bands, it's hard to say. Now, the songs I usually say, no, don't do that. But, the actual logos and things like that of certain things might be a little iffy, but shirts, I figure, it ain't going to hurt. Anyway, while I'm at it, let me do one thing before we get started, which I wish that it would just automatically go to that, because of the chats. So I want to make sure I can see everybody's chat, even the ones that are not quite so nice, and then I have to block, usually. Starting off our list for tonight, and I'm a little bit earlier than normal. Sorry about that. For those who are going to be late by 3 minutes, number 20 is Machine Head Leviathan 1994, which, I didn't realize it was that old of a song. Stop. I got ahead of myself. That was my alarm to get going. 94, which I didn't realize is that old of a song, because I hadn't heard much of Machine Head back then when I was a kid growing up. So, I mean, I think I heard some of their songs, but I don't remember exactly which ones. So, the Leviathan, it's a track serves a fundamental blueprint for a modern down-tuned groove metal utilizing a devastating mid-tempo balance driven by street-level aggression and piercing guitar harmonics, lyrically inspired by intense 1983 Waco siege. As an attack, it acts as a stark exploration of religious phantasm, military standoffs, and somatic manipulation under an authoritarian cult leader. There you go. Number 19 is from Fear Factor, which we had quite a few from the last time, I believe, like three or four. Replicant, 1995, built on a cold foundation of highly precise mechanical double bass drumming with synth perfectly with Stratego guitar chugs. The track represents the absolute peak of cybernetic industrial metal engineering. The song details the horrifying cycles inherited by trauma, domestic abuse, a frame for the sci-fi lens where human beings are being stripped of emotions and hollowed out until they feel like a cheap synthetic copy of their destroyer. There you go. Pretty interesting and powerful sounding lyrics for the song, right? And by the way, I got my September morning song shirt on. This is not one of the tour shirts though, so I mean I like it, but I'm just hoping to have tour dates on it. I don't think she has any. To be honest, I don't think any of them had any tour dates on it, which is kind of surprising. I guess that way they can sell it in other shows later on, which kind of makes some sense that they don't sell them out. Unless they're bigger, of course, then they might actually sell more. Oh, 17 is Whitechapel. The Saw is the Law in 2014, a masterful display of modern, down-tuned deathcore groove engineering that focuses on extreme pitch compression, slow rolling, mechanical breakdown structures designed to push speaker systems to their absolute mechanical limits. The track represents an unyielding statement of musical identity using metaphoric of a destructive bus-like industrial machine to illustrate their unstoppable dominance over the heavy music landscape. So this is Whitechapel. The Saw is a Law, 2014. Number 16 is Pantera's Domination, 1990, which I knew that was definitely around for a long time. Anchored by one of the most historical significance, backbreaking breakdown sections over recorded. This track blends razor sharp Texas thrash precision with an unforgiving muscle bound mid tempo groove. The lyrics deliver a biting, confrontational critique of the political propaganda, government outreach, and the psychological warfare used by global superpowers to enforce absolute compliance within the masses. There you go. Number 15 is Meshuggah. This one, I'm not sure how to say it properly because it's one of those that's going to be hard to pronounce. It's Demiuger. I could probably try to pronounce it, but I'd probably butcher it. 2012 is a constructed using a deeply down-tuned A-string guitar array. This track delivers a erratic polyrhythmic weight that mimics the heavy automated factory assembly line, crushing solid rock into dust. It explores the deeply unsettling concept of a blind, malevolent creature, god, a false deity built out of pure and ego that traps human consciousness inside a rigid artificial psych, psycho reality. Okay, psychological reality. Sorry. Hello everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, check it out. Don't forget to hit lead. I always say at the very end, like and subscribe to the channel because you know what happens. It'll help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, so why not, right? So go ahead and do that now because I would love to have you on the channel to see what other new music. And right now, I'm actually doing some bigger bands right now because you gotta have a little variety once in a while. Gojira is number 14. Silvera is 2016 is when it came out. Bleeding technical, highly fluid two-handed guitar tapping with a monolithic driving rhythm backbone with a track creates a soaring yet intensely heavy dramatic structure. The narrative acts as a direct urgent philosophical plea for global empathy and the consciousness breaking of the destructive of ancestral habits, pushing humanity to change its international reflections before the physical world is completely consumed by violence. There you go. It seems like it's a pretty powerful message behind that. That maybe having the differences in different, people's backgrounds being one and unified a little bit more than we are right now. Number 13 is Lamb of God, Laid to Rest, is 2004. Driven by a hyper aggressive technical riffing architecture, shifting drum patterns, and track perfectly captures the unrelenting state of manic forward surging momentum. It functions as a venomous, dark examination of psychological obsession, bitter resentment, and the destructive fallout of broken trust. A detailed, fractured mind actively dragging its tormentor down into a shared grave. Hello, how's it going, Jesus lover? And hello to, I think it's Jacqueline. Yeah, I think that's right. I hope I said that right. I probably screwed that up. I do that with names, sorry. Number 12 is Static X Push It from 1999. A fusing high velocity electrical industrial program with a sample of pushingly abrasive disco metal chord grooves that this track delivers a chaotic, club ready adrenaline surge. The track explores themes of unhinged obsession and erratic behavioral impulses, showcasing a manic mindset pushing past its breaking point, completely fueled by adrenaline, isolation, and psychological friction. How's it going? I got somebody else. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I will not, probably not pronounce it, but I appreciate it. Thanks for the hello. I don't know that. That's another language I wouldn't know how to say if I wanted to. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Number 11, prong. Snap your finger, snap your neck. Oh, okay. Both, both, both feet. I think it's a New name is Bofi. Okay, I think that's how you say it. Bofi. Bofi? Bofi? Always said that right. I'm good at butchering names. What can I say? That's my specialty. I think people just come on here to see me do that, just kind of screw things up big time. B and B. B and B? Airbnb and B and B. B and B. I like that. It's got Airbnb, not really Airbnb, but B and B. Or that almost sounds like D and D, like Dungeons and Dragons, probably. Who knows? Now I forgot where I was at. Snap your finger, snap your neck from Prong. I think I did all that one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. To be honest, 1994 is a built entirely upon a stripped down, sharply alt metal groove that this track strips away complex solos to maximize the kinetic energy of raw rhythmic physical movement. It provides a cynical, street smart critique of the corporate manipulation of societal exploitation, dealing on how individual human beings willingly compromise their integrity and break themselves under the modern control of modern capitalist puppet masters. And that's snap your finger, snap your neck. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will say this: Patriot did a good job. Patriot Barber, I think it is in Colorado Springs. So you guys want to check it out? Go check it out. I did add a little, stuff to make it kind of a little spiky, but she did a good job with the this and this. I haven't shaved this part in a while, so it's looking. Long story. I haven't felt up to it because of my leg hurting. It's a long story on that one. But at least I can still do this. I can sit down and actually do it. Standing might be another story. That's a little bit harder for me to deal with, unfortunately, because the pain is pretty intense. Number 10 is Shimra for Pure Hatred, 2003. Utilizing a raw early 2000s new wave American heavy metal framework, this track hits with concentrated primal sonic power through a straightforward and punishing groove. The lyrics serve as a completely unvarnished therapeutic release of pure rage and total social alienation, capturing the violent point where isolation completely curls into an intense universal hostility towards the outside world. There you go. Pure hatred. I like that. It's interesting. Devil Drivers number 9. Clouds over California. What's this now? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're from the Netherlands. Oh, that's cool. I got somebody international. I had a few other people. I think there was somebody from Sweden once, and possibly Africa, I believe. Possibly. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I'm hoping they subscribe so they can come back on the channel and say, hey, there's a new episode. Let me go check it out. Because I definitely need watch hours. If you guys need help, want to help, that definitely helps. Just even a little bit, just so it adds to the thing. Even if it's like a few minutes would be awesome. I don't know how they actually calculate that. If you actually watch for 5-10 minutes that it does it or something, who knows? What's that? We got bike and Stroop waffle. Huh? Is that like a food or a bike? Stroop waffle. It sounds like a looks. It sounds like a bike. Stroop waffle. Well, bike is bike, so right. Do I do bins in the Netherlands? I've never been to the Netherlands at all, so it'd be interesting to see what that's like because I've never been there. It'd be kind of interesting to find out because actually there is hopefully at a time that I want to travel, and I'm hoping that maybe I can do little snippets of bands and possibly interviews later on once the channel gets bigger. I'm gonna wait a couple more years for that because of the fact that um, well, let's put it this way: certain things might be hopefully better by then, might change or it might get worse depending on how the future holds. I'm hoping that certain things don't happen because I've really been looking forward to doing that for a while before everything went kind of crazy. Ooh, really? A fort? Van Napoleon? Is that what? Okay, I think I said that right. I think I did. Yep. Or said it wrong. I think I did. Napoleon. Probably. I think that's how you say it. Napoleon. Yes. Okay. I just want to make sure I pronounce it right because I suck at pronouncing, especially things from other countries, and I always feel like I really feel bad about that when I say I can't say it, so I'm going to spell it out so people know what to look for. Oh, here we go. Devil Driver, Clouds Over California, 2008 is number 9. A blistering high octane fusion of California thrash metal, velocity, and massive stadium size melodic groove hooks that maintains a driving high velocity momentum. This song reflects a chaotic lifestyle of destructive excess, personal isolation, burning down the past bridges while watching a local regional decay unfold underneath a highly toxic smog filled atmosphere. There you go. What's that? Do I want to learn a word? Yeah, that'd be cool. Do you have a word that can kind of break it down to pronounce it easier? Maybe you can use Google to say, how do I say this in English? How do you help a person that speaks English pronounce this word easily? Oh, I don't know. I thought you had a word that you want me to help me pronounce. Learn a word. Do you have a word for me to learn? Oh, in the Netherlands. What word? Oh, a word that I think. How about metal? Metal music, maybe. Bicycle. Oh, there you go. Bicycle. I could do that. It's probably easier than metal. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm gonna keep going with the list here so I can keep going. But yeah, write it down there for me, and I will check it out. A number 8 is "Bleeding Within." Levitate is the name of the song. 2022, a modern, dynamically layered metalcore composition that seamlessly balances a massive, down-tuned modern rhythmic section with polished, soaring melodic guitar soundscapes. The narrative acts as a powerful anthem of psychological preservation, illustrating the exhausting and process of rising above systematic doubt, mental depression, and external anchors to reclaim complete control over one's tragedy. There you go. Oh wow, metal cake. Oh, is metal pronounced cake in the Netherlands? Cake might be easy to pronounce. Dog. Oh, you know what? I think it translates it. I think it automatically translates it to English. I don't think you can actually type. I think yeah, if you type it in your language, it'll change it to English automatically, which is not going to help out with the translation, unfortunately. I'll have to look it up, I guess. Then, if that's the case, I just see the little symbol for translation. Yeah, there's B. Greetings. Hello. How's it going? So I'm assuming that Snake Eye is it Snake Eyes? That's what it looks like. Sneaky Eyes is from Mechalinum, I think. Melilinkum. I hope I said that right. I'm bad. I am so bad. I am just bad, bad, bad. What Bleeding Within, Fit for Not. Now I've really got myself. I was finished with start off with Fit for an Autopsy, Black Mammoth, 2017, a devastatingly heavy. This is number 7. Deathcore track pairs complete complex death metal riffing with a slow, crushing rhythmic collapse that evokes images of mass, unstoppable natural disasters. This track stands for a furious protest against environmental destruction, specifically documenting corporate exploitation of the native lands for oil pipelines and systematic destruction of sacred natural ecosystems for corporate profit. There you go. Which I don't care for too much. Egg. There you go. How much rupee? That almost reminds me of Slurpee, not rupee, but rupee, Slurpee. I don't know. What's that? Egg equals no. Oh, okay. Does it sound like no? Egg, B, S, dog, cake. Okay, I got those. That was easy. No, just kidding. It's that was a joke because I know it's been translating every single thing you say. I don't know. Is that a really cool metal band? That'd be cool. Pinocchia. I think is it Pinochet. Love sweet. I am sweet, I guess, maybe. I know I've had some women on here that think I'm sweet. Actually, one actually wanted to get married. I go, wait a minute, you just came on here and started talking about getting married? She must have been from another country too, maybe. I don't know. It's hard saying. Number six is Ministry. Just One Fix, 1992, built around cold, entirely unyielding, repetitive industrial loops. This track creates a hypnotic, machine-like audio march that feels entirely stripped of human warmth. The track provides an abrasive, terrifying, honest metaphor of chemical addiction, global consumerism, and media manipulation, showing a social complexity trapped in a loop of seeking its next hit of artificial control. There you go. Dog equals dog. Yeah, see, it's still translating everything you say. So you put it in. I think it's Norwegian, isn't it? I think is the Netherlands. I think is how you say the language, the name, I should say, in the Netherlands, I believe. Hey Google,
The primary language spoken in the Netherlands is Dutch.
Dutch. Oh, Dutch. There you go, Dutch. I was totally off on that one. I didn't think that was right, but you never know. Number four is alien weaponry. Is Tai Kantana. I think it's Kai, like almost like koi, and Ta like tang, Tan Tanga ATA 2018. Delivered entirely in an indigenous, Treomari language. This thrash track uses unique stomping rhythmic, symphonic drive, authentic treble battle momentum. It deals the brutal historical realities of 19th century tribal musket warfare in New Zealand, capturing the intense psychological preparation, tribal honor, and martial terror of ancient warriors entering the total conflict. I'm sorry, sorry that you cannot do it in your language and try to help me speak your language. Uh, I feel bad. I really do. Because it's translating everything you have. Love, sweet, bike, bicycle, dog, dog. Sneakies. Is that how you say that? Alright, so nobody's on here now. Okay, fine. Oh, I tried interacting with people. Who knows? But if somebody pops up, oh, maybe it was just wrong. See, sometimes I think the numbers aren't right on this. I don't think it's accurate. I think it's showing people disappearing, but I think they're still there. Silosis is dead is the name of the group. Deadwood is the song, and the song is from 2023. Is an elite showcase of contemporary thrash metal precision, blending incredible, complex, razor sharp technical guitar execution with an undeniable heavy groove hook structure. The narrative handles the concepts of modern essential dread, spiritual decay, and navigating an increasingly hollowed out society where individual truth is systematically stripped away to leave people running on survival instincts alone. There you go. A slaughter to prevail is number two. Baba Yaga. It's Yaga is how you say it. It's 2021. It's a built-in low, beastly vocal dynamics and punishing concrete level breakdown rhythms. This track weaponizes new metal bounce into an aggressive, terrifying, heavy sonic assault. Drawn to dark, sylvanic, sylvanic folklore, it explores the terrifying primal survival instincts of a legendary forest predator and translate it into ancient folk nightmares into modern metal warfare. There you go. So, there's your song. That was kind of cool. And Slaughter to Bell does a really good job with that. Number one is Strapping Young Lad. There you go. From Strapping Young Lad. Love is question mark. What is love, right? Is number one. A towering claustrophobic wall of sound that combines extreme thrash speeds and chaotic industrial orchestrations and manic, complete unhinged vocals acrobatics. This song acts as a brilliant, intensely cynical, and deconstruction of human relationships, peeling back the superficial romance to expose the hidden evolutionary layers of codependency, pure survival description, and emotional control mechanics. There you go. Which that kind of sums up a lot of things, I think, in relationships, I believe. If you think about it, there's codependency, where you have to usually have to have somebody that you care about, or they care about you to, you have to kind of depend on those people. And pure survival depression might be one of those things that, if you don't have somebody, you might be maybe depressed. And I don't think we should all be alone. Of course, it's hard to find that specific person in your life. And then the emotional control mechanisms that might happen based on, like, well, if you don't do this, I might, do something to control the situation, I guess you could say, which, I think a lot of guys do that to women, and I think some women do that to guys, I believe. Depends on the person. I think it's not so much bad people as it is just, well, bad male or females, women and men. It's the situation, or it could be something else. It's hard to say. It could be their personality. It's hard to say. Anyway, while we're on it, I'm going to give you some of the tour dates that are going to be coming up from some of those bands. Machine Head has got the Slaughter to Martyr, which is in Austin. Let me see if I can move this date. You know what? I don't know if I can see the dates. Oh, right here it is. Okay. They're going to be in Denver, New York, and Austin, and several probably other places too, from May to June 2006. Orbit Culture, Gates to Hell is a supporting act in active release of Kingdom and Crowned. I'm trying to remember if that's the one I saw or this is a new one. I think this might be a new one. Gojira is the Monolithic Echoes from Seattle, Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Dallas, and so I'm sure other places as well. June and July 2026, Silas, standalone single cycle, Fit for an Autopsy is Absolute Darkness. Toronto, Detroit, Cleveland, Atlanta, July 2026, Bleed from Within is the supporting acts. Step of Tomorrow is the active release. Bleed from Within is the other band. We got North American Domination Tour, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Portland, which I'm sure there's, like I said, more cities than that on the list. June 2026, local support. I'm not sure. I guess it's just local bands. And Verbasa, I think, is the active release. I don't know how to say that. Orbit Culture is Descending North Tour, Minneapolis, Denver, Salt Lake City, as some of the places that you can see them at. I'm sure there's more. Late June 2026, Gates to Hell, so is the supporting acts, and Descent is the actual active release. I guess that's the album. So there you go. Some of the tour dates for some of the bands that you may like to go see. And if you've never heard any of these bands, go check their music out. Get to listen to them beforehand. And check out Bands in Town, because they are one of the best platforms to actually get all the latest, greatest, news. And of course, Spotify, of course, I've heard is really good for that as well. And I think sometimes YouTube Music does have that feature, but I don't remember where it's at. I think it's under their, you have to look at the band itself to find it. It doesn't just pop up based on what you like, which kind of sucks, because they usually have a really good way of checking out tours. They had like a tab just for tour dates. And it's like, so they kind of messed that up, I think. So I think they need to bring that back. I really do. Because it was so much better. Oh, that, and I think new releases. I think that was the other thing they actually did. So there's some bands that you usually like. It would show it up there. But definitely Bands in Town. It's not just metal bands, it's all kinds of bands. So if you like all kinds of different music, there you go. At least you can kind of get a breakdown of what's there. Now, as far as smaller bands, it's hard to say on that one. You might have to actually Google bands, especially if they're on one of my lists and you found out that you really like them, and they might not be as well known, and maybe they're not on there. The best suggestion I think is to probably type in their name, maybe the song or something along those lines, and then actually look for, say tour dates or something. That probably would be the best way to find them. So at least that way you can find what you're looking for. So thank you guys for all the support and the help, and thanks for the likes and subscribes to the channel. It means the world to me, and without your guys's, you know, support, this channel won't grow. And without that, some of the small bands, I didn't cover them tonight as much. I think some of them are kind of medium, size bands. That they're super big, not super small. Pantera is one of the big ones, but I think Whitechapel probably is not a super big one. Kind of, um, Devil Driver maybe, Bleed Within probably, Fit for an Autopsy probably another one. They're kind of in between. Alien Weaponry, they've been around for a long time, but they're not super huge. I don't think a lot of people know who they are. I've heard of them before, even though I didn't listen to them when I was younger, but I do listen to them more now. They got some great sounds, so check them out. And of course, September Morning. She's like one of the very small bands that I help support. I've been to a couple of her concerts. I love them a lot. I was hoping to maybe interview them, and even I got to meet the lead singer from Above Snakes. Actually, he was a really nice guy. He was really great. It'd be awesome to interview him. I didn't mention the channel at that time just because I figured, I don't know, I didn't know him that well, but maybe the next time I could kind of, if I see him again. Actually, I think they're coming to town eventually, and I think I can actually go because it's on the weekend, which is awesome. But with my leg the way it is, I don't think I'm going to be going to any concerts for a while until that gets better. And I hope so because I definitely want to go. Worst case scenario, I'd have to get special seating, whatever, to hopefully they can accommodate. I'm sure they can for people that might have a hard time with that. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, guys. And don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe to the channel because, like I said before, and I'll say it again, you are the voice of metal and the family of metal. And without you guys, we can't help support those smaller bands that really need the help, especially when they're doing day to day all this stuff, trying to make a living on it. And it's not an easy task, I'm sure, traveling from place to place in a vehicle with gas prices and everything the way it is, and food. And yeah, it's not always the easiest for most of the smaller bands because they don't have the massive budget like some of the other bands where they make a lot more money with those stadium sized concerts and stuff. But the thing is, helping show support for them, for an appreciation to what they do, like buying shirts, buying merchandise. I'm assuming some of the beer sales, I hopefully go to them, like a percentage, maybe 10 or 5%. If you drink alcohol, that'd be awesome to help support that way. I don't know. That's a good question to ask somebody. I'll have to find out. Maybe I can find out from one of the barkeeps or something. I don't know if they know that information or not, but that'd be kind of interesting to find out. Or maybe even some of the band members if I talk to them. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Take care, and you guys have a wonderful night. I appreciate, like I said before, the people that have supported the channel from the very beginning and even the new ones now. So thanks again for being here for me and everybody else that's in the metal community, especially the bands and security people and everything. So, and do me a favor, say thank you for all they do, because without those people, those bands wouldn't be able to do what they do, and they're just as important as the band itself. So, thanks for watching. Take care, and you guys have a wonderful night. And I will see you later, hopefully next week, and who knows what'll happen. I don't know what's going to be in the pipelines for now, but you never know what'll happen next. Maybe you'll find your next new band that you'll fall absolutely in love with, which I hope so. Take care, and you have a good night. See ya.